My wife, Emma, always had a way of shutting someone out without ever raising her voice. That was one of the first things I learned about her. How a simple sentence from her could feel like a final judgment. But nothing prepared me for the night. She gave me that calm, polished smile and said, "That's enough intimacy for you. No argument, no reasoning, just a boundary drawn straight through the middle of our marriage. The way someone closes a book they're finished reading." I remember sitting on the edge of our bed, stunned, wondering if I'd misheard her. Things had been tense for a while, yes, but I thought we were still fighting for us. I tried to ask what she meant to understand, but she turned her back to me, her shoulders forming a wall I couldn't get through. "David," she sighed, "I'm exhausted. Don't turn this into something it isn't." As though wanting my wife to care was somehow dramatic. Maybe she expected me to cling to her, to apologize for problems I didn't cause, to shrink myself just so she'd give me a glance of affection again. But I didn't. I simply nodded and walked out of the room, because something inside me quietly fractured. Not loud, just enough for doubt to start dripping in. The next few days felt wrong. She acted normal. Too normal. She hummed while making breakfast, smiled at her phone more than usual, brushed past me like I was a roommate instead of her husband. Every touch seemed accidental. Every conversation felt like a task she needed to complete. And somehow, she seemed lighter, happier, unburdened. I kept telling myself I was overthinking, but that lie didn't last long. Everything shifted the evening her sister, Lily, showed up unexpectedly. Lily was Emma's opposite, warm, open, and painfully straightforward. She walked in with her usual bright energy, but the second her eyes landed on me, the smile collapsed from her face as if she'd been hit by something only she could see. "David," she whispered, stepping closer. "Are you okay?" I didn't know how to answer. I didn't know what Emma had already told her, but the way Lily kept staring, hesitant, afraid of her next question, told me Emma hadn't exactly kept things private. Lily lingered in the living room, like she didn't trust whatever was happening in this house. She kept glancing down the hallway where Emma was getting ready, her expression tightening each time she heard a noise from that direction. I tried to sit normally, act normally, breathe normally, but Lily noticed everything. The way I couldn't stay still, how my shoulders were stiff, how my eyes stayed glued to the floor. "What happened?" she finally asked. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. How you explain something that barely feels real? That the woman who once held me like I was everything now treated me like an obligation she was tired of meeting. Before I could speak, Emma walked in, her voice airy and careless. "Lily, you're early." She hugged her sister briefly, and didn't even look at me. A tiny gesture, barely noticeable, unless you were Lily, who saw everything. Emma grabbed her purse, checked her lipstick, and said, "We'll be back late. Don't wait up." She said it like I was the one interrupting her plans. Lily didn't move. "Where exactly are we going?" she asked slowly. Emma let out a laugh that was a little too forced. "Don't start. It's just a girls' night." But Lily wasn't buying it. She turned to me again, worry etched into every feature. "David, did she say anything to you? Anything strange?" Emma froze for a split second. Quick, but not quick enough. I swallowed. "It's nothing," I said, even though we both knew it wasn't. Lily stepped closer, her voice soft. "You look like someone broke you." My hands trembled, so I shoved them into my pockets. I didn't want pity. I didn't want to fall apart in front of her. But she wasn't judging. She was concerned, angry even. Emma rolled her eyes. "Oh my God, Lily, stop being dramatic. He's fine. We're fine." Then she said it, so casually it made my stomach twist. "I just told him we're done with intimacy for a while. He'll survive." Silence fell so hard the air felt thick. Lily stared at her sister like she didn't recognize her. Then she looked at me, and something clicked behind her eyes, a puzzle finally completing itself. She stepped between us without hesitation, her voice shaking with disbelief and fury. "Emma, what is wrong with you?" She wasn't yelling, but every word landed like a blade. "You don't get to talk about your marriage like it's some chore you're tired of doing." Emma scoffed, crossing her arms. "Oh, please, don't act like you know everything." You're single, Lily. Stay in your lane. But Lily didn't budge. She turned back to me, softer this time. David, this isn't okay. She shouldn't talk to you like that. She shouldn't treat you like this. Emma threw up her hands. Oh, come on. He acts like he's the only man whose wife doesn't feel like being intimate all the time. She said it like my feelings were an inconvenience, like the pain she caused was something I should apologize for. Lily slowly shook her head. No, Emma, that's not what this is. She stepped closer to her sister. You didn't say you were tired. You didn't say not tonight. You told him, after everything he's done for you, that he's had enough intimacy for his lifetime. Emma's jaw clenched. She didn't like hearing her words repeated out loud. Lily continued, quieter now but unshakable. You're not talking like someone who's overwhelmed. You're talking like someone who's already checked out. Something flickered across Emma's face. Anger, guilt, something in between. Lily, you're exaggerating. No, Lily whispered. I'm finally seeing the truth. The air grew heavier. Emma snatched up her purse, ready to walk out, ready to pretend none of this mattered. We're leaving. I don't have time for this. But Lily stayed exactly where she was. She turned to me one last time, something fierce and protective in her gaze. David, don't let her make you feel small. You deserve more than being dismissed in your own marriage. Lily, enough, Emma snapped. But Lily looked at her sister with a sadness I'd never seen before. No, Emma, enough is what you told him. And you said it like his feelings didn't matter. Then Lily said something that drained the color from Emma's face. I know why you said it. I know who you've been texting. Emma froze, completely still. My heart slammed against my ribs. Lily turned to me, regret and sorrow written all over her expression. I'm so sorry, David, she whispered. You didn't deserve any of this. And in that moment, everything finally made sense.